And here we go to south of Auckland, where we find this nice little quaint village. All these round doors, but nobody seemed to be home. So I don't know if you can call it a village, a city. Maybe you call it something different.
Maybe. Looks kind of like a shire to me.
It might. Probably is a shire.
What a village called Hobbiton.
Here we go through the cut.
And welcome to
the Shire of Hobbiton.
Yeah, he's right. The hobbits weren't home, so we had the men go. The people.
Freaking tourists.
I know that too.
A lot of people on the bus to get there. Nice little bulletin board. And all of the gardening is real.
Yeah, the gardeners were phenomenal. Of course, this is wintertime, so it looks a little bit dormant, but all of that was actual real stuff.
Real pumpkins, real stuff in the ground.
Growing.
And it seems to go on for a long time.
Yeah, it's quite extensive.
All the way up the hill.
Quite extensive.
If you know what's up the hill, we'll get there. But everything was set out on tables. But there was no little people. And some of the doors were not to actual size. Some they made smaller than others. But everything was there. The only other downside really was, what do you say, 98% of those doors don't lead to much at all.
Yeah, those gardeners we talked about, they needed a place to put their tools. A lot of those were
just little sheds.
Sheds, garden sheds.
But they all looked kind of lived in.
So this was pretty much the recreation for the Hobbit movies.
Go read the book.
Yeah, it was based on the books. The book. There's the... And it's really part of a sheep farm. An active sheep farm.
As you can see the sheep in the background.
But they've turned...
There's the green dragon. And you can tell by the chimneys, there's smoke coming out of most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And clothes were hanging out to dry. And there's the party tree.
Mm-hmm. The field. Complete with windows. You'll notice that one.
That one's getting ready for a party.
Yeah.
That is the uppermost hole.
Yep. It's the top of the hill.
Did not get to go in most of these holes because there's nothing really in them.
Yeah.
As you can tell, some of them are a little smaller.
Yeah. When they built the set for The Lord of the Rings, it was fairly temporary.
It was temporary.
It was temporary, sorry. It was temporary.
They basically took it all out after they did the whatever video they were doing there. And then they did The Hobbit, which, if you go read the books, read The Hobbit first and then the other one, because that's the way they should be done.
Yeah.
And you see the chimneys have smoke.
And when they did The Hobbit, they had an agreement with the owner of the farm that they would make it
permanent.
And then, because of the success of the movies, they have made it into an attraction. a very well done attraction, because the same designers that did the Lord of the Rings movie set did the Hobbit set. It was the same exact people, and so the continuity was perfect.
There's only one thing that wasn't real. One of these trees, not those trees, but one of the trees we've shown you is not real. Here's Bagshot Row. So one of those trees that we showed you, they actually cut down another tree, put it up for the Lord of the Rings, and realized when they came back for the Hobbit, it was 75 years earlier than the Lord of the Rings, so they had to create a smaller tree. So they made a metal tree, and you can't tell which one it is. And there's only 2 holes you can actually go in and see, and this is one of them.
And again, the production crew that did the movies came in and did the interiors of these 2 holes, so that it was absolutely authentic to the shows. The interiors were only done about
6 months from us doing this.
Yeah, they've only been open for a little while, and of course, how long ago was the movies done?
Thank you.
But it was incredible, the detail.
And you got tree roots coming in.
It really felt like you were in
A hobbit hole?
a hobbit hole.
Well, you were. But they recreated everything in here. Actually got a real fire going. And you see all the tourists around. I'm trying to do it without getting much of them. It's impossible. We got a little writing nook here. And it is equipped with everything. Books, pens, pencils. You got some awards on the wall for their hogs. And supposedly everything works in this house. The water runs. There's beds, there's mattresses. We were told we could actually lay down on a mattress, or lay down in a bed, or turn on a faucet.
The stove was even warm. The story they told was that the Proudfoot's had to go find their dog, which is why they weren't there while we walked in.
So we're invading their privacy.
So yeah, we were invading their privacy,
But we got a full bathroom even. Little tub, sink.
wash tub.
And I think that's bigger than our bathroom.
It is.
And then you actually have the place where you do your do. Little sink, and a place to do it. Sorry, I did not lift up that seat because I did not want to find out what was actually in it. Just in case somebody actually did something. Okay, that comes back out.
But it was kind of amazing how
And
things
then we
flowed.
go back out to the main room. And then here's the kids' room, bunk beds. We finally got two of the visitors out of the bunk beds so I could actually show them. Complete with dolls and everything.
And windows with curtains. And a school desk.
Here we're back in the main room. There are trophy fish. It's one of the exits out. The family tree above the fireplace. Hallways going everywhere, it seemed like.
Yeah, I got myself turned around in this place big time. And I didn't feel claustrophobic, even though I was underground.
Yeah.
It really felt very open and spacious and comfortable.
Well, it wasn't Hobbit size either.
Yeah.
It was not meant for 6'5", but and we got a full kitchen, and of course the broom closet, and what was back in this one? I think that's the back door.
That was the washroom.
Washroom.
The laundry room. Kind of a storeroom, I think, for the well water and stuff.
There's the kitchen stove.
Looks like it's the stove, and it was warm.
Looks like there's a little fire going in there. The sink basin with a hand pump, and I see a drip coming off that faucet. Fully stocked kitchen,
Pantry.
and a pantry, and off to the left is a little well. They can put a bucket down and get water, and if you looked in there, you could have seen little lights, which I'll show you. Here we go. See the little lights? Those are glowworms, or should we say simulated glowworms?
Yeah, but they were glowworms.
So they went to the minute detail to even show glowworms. You got pies and cakes. I wonder if I could take a piece of it. Sausage, pots, pans. And they got a nice little display here of the mushrooms.
Mushrooms in the Shire.
There's so much music history in the United States, it's hard to keep up.
And then back out to the dining room.
No, I just started listening to the older stuff because it's so much better than
How good are the way they do the windows? Like, yeah, but it's not. Look, that's bacon. Oh, yeah.
Even in California.
Window to the outside.
About, what's that, just out of Los Angeles.
So
Fairly they all went.
And then the dining room table set for probably dinner.
I remember it, and it's we're in the 60s, a lot of musicians got together and just fed off each other and created some. What's that valley? Where the mamas and the puppets and all that were hanging out.
Pictures on the wall. They had everything in here.
Correspondence. Keepsakes.
Writing desk. Your herbs and stuff with a little scale there.
And down to fresh veggies. I liked the desk.
It wouldn't fit in the suitcase.
No. The incredible artistic detail was just,
Stuff on the shelves.
We get some weird jobs.
and it was cramped and full, obviously.
And the back door.
No problem.
And you go out the back. And up on top of this roof. Well, grass. They had a little birdhouse up there. And then the lake had everything that the lake has. There's the green dragon, there's the mill. We get a little better shots of those. More hobbit holes.
45 or 45? 45. Because you guys all look like 45.
They usually had something outside the hobbit hole that would have shown what that hobbit was doing, like a forge or,
Good at.
or cheese.
And off to the green dragon we go with their nice little barrel. Another bulletin board. And then the mill, which was actually working.
Yeah.
The water going and the wheel going around. Now what was going on the inside, we don't know because we weren't in the inside of that one.
Right.
And the lake did have eels in it, besides the ducks and the geese.
Mm-hmm.
So no swimming in that lake.
Mm-mm.
And then the green dragon, which we did get a drink in there.
Did. And it had really good cider.
Had a
And
fire
it felt
going
like a tavern.
on.
I mean, it was a tavern. It felt like a tavern. We had a pretty enough day that we all walked outside and drank outside, but it was,
You could have done inside.
yeah. I mean, it was. We had black swans on the lake,
And ducks.
and then more pictures across the lake at the hill.
You got smoke coming out
Smoke
the
coming out the
chimneys. Laundry hanging out.
I really felt like the hobbits were going to come back home really quick.
But they didn't.
No, they didn't.
We just had these tourists show up. Now they did have a tent in the back where we did get lunch, which was a buffet lunch, which wasn't anything really,
Nothing too fancy.
nothing
right on the
Hobbiton about.
back. Yeah, nothing right on the back.
And there you got the 2-arch bridge.
Yeah, double arch.
So thanks for watching and catch us later.